Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 11 of War Machines. After this episode, only one heat remains, and then we'll get to all three the last chance episode, the semifinals, and finally the grand final. 8 more great machines will make their debut tonight in their hunt for a spot in the semifinals. Featured in this one, we will lead it off with the Battlebots Season 4 Desperado winner, Black Dragon, who will take on probably the largest Battlebots Season 4 contender, Mammoth. Next, we have a battle between two powerful Battlebots as we see Saw Loser take on Drizzle. Next, Shatter, a nasty Hammerbot from the Season 4 Battlebots, has a fight with 3 times Battlebots Classic Series heavyweight champion Biohazard. The first round will end with a Battlebots Elite Rotator, who will take on the dual drum spinner from Battlebots Falcon. If this is the first episode you are viewing, 8 contenders compete bracket style for a spot in the semifinals. All fights in rounds 1 and 2 are single elimination, while the heat final is 2 out of 3. The winner of this bracket will secure a spot in the semifinals, while the runner-up will get the opportunity to fight again in our last chance episode, where they look to fight for one of 4 wildcard spots back into the tournament. Should be a great episode. Who do you think will win this one and take their spot in the semifinals? Find out as we lead things off with Black Dragon vs. Mammoth. Let the bot battle begin. Black Dragon getting their weapon speed, but Mammoth tips over. Is that it already? Nope. Black Dragon coming in for some hits with that spinner, and off comes one of the eyes of Mammoth. Mammoth now can't see on one side. Mammoth getting their spinner going right now, even though really that thing is only for lifting purposes rather than damage. But Black Dragon coming in, trying to get underneath Mammoth, struggling to do so right now. Could this be an advantage for Mammoth right now? Bet Black Dragon is regretting not leaving Mammoth on their side there. But nope, takes a shot from the floor lifter, and Mammoth has flipped over again while Black Dragon lands upright. Black Dragon coming in with more hits, trying to go for those exposed wheels there, while Mammoth is just stuck upside down. I don't think they can move right now. Black Dragon just continuing to attack, even though they can just stay back and take the victory right now. And there goes one wheel off of Mammoth. Now Mammoth's got movement again now that some of their wheels hit the ground. Right as the countdown was about to start. Black Dragon just so powerful, coming in with more damage, and off coming a few more wheels, I think. Mammoth just unable to drive now. Is Black Dragon going to stay back now? Black Dragon is hanging back. I think they're waiting for a countdown here on Mammoth. There goes the countdown as it's looking like Black Dragon will be moving on to the next round. And knockout. Black Dragon wins and will move on to the next round. Who will they take on next? Find out as we see Saw Loser and Drizzle fight next. Let the pop battle begin. 2 nasty spinners in the ring for this one. And now as Drizzle spinning out of control, Saw Loser took advantage of that, came in, got a few shots in with their spinner. Now Saw Loser trying to get the sides, trying to get those exposed wheels, while Drizzle's probably trying to do the same thing to Saw Loser there. Saw Loser clearly getting underneath Drizzle as they are landing some shots with their spinner and managing to tip Drizzle over. But luckily though, Drizzle can self-right with their own vertical spinner. Saw Loser does have to be careful about taking shots to the top of Drizzle here. Drizzle's vertical spinner is probably the more powerful between the two, but not by much. Off comes a piece of probably Saw Loser. As now Drizzle getting some hits in, but now Saw Loser self-rights and Drizzle goes flying once a few more times. Saw Loser underneath Drizzle doing some damage to the underside there. And another collision that sends Drizzle right on their front there. And another, more shots, and Drizzle goes flying on that last one. Drizzle's got to self-right now and be able to do some damage with that vertical spinner. Saw Loser just coming in with that saw, trying to get at those exposed wheels, not having a lot of success at that. Halfway through this fight right now, Saw Loser probably has more points here, but not by much. But now Drizzle knocks off a wheel of Saw Loser. Could the tables be turning right now? Saw Loser clearly taking some damage here from Drizzle now, as Drizzle just reduced Saw Loser's mobility, but Saw Loser proving that's not a problem right now, as they are still on the attack and still driving alright. Drizzle just spinning out of control right now. Minute left in this fight from Saw Loser, flipping them out of the arena, and Saw Loser wins, and will be moving on to the next round where they will take on Black Dragon. Coming up next, we'll see Shatter versus Biohazard. Let the bot battle begin. Biohazard's probably going to be trying to avoid that hammer as much as possible and use that lifter as much as possible. As Biohazard manages to get flipped, but then Shatter, of course, can self-right there with that hammer. And now they are landing a couple shots. They're landing a bunch of shots with that hammer. Biohazard's got to try to avoid that, as that's big-time points if this fight was to go to the judges. More shots coming from that hammer. Biohazard trying to use that lifter. Hasn't been as successful so far. They get a lift, but unfortunately doesn't flip at Biohazard, or doesn't flip Shatter over. Now it's Biohazard turning towards Shatter, trying to use that lifter, but now Shatter underneath them temporarily. There goes a lift by Biohazard. Biohazard at the sides, but unsuccessfully uses the lifter to get Shatter over. More and more hits by that hammer of Shatter. It can fire many times, and it is also quite powerful. Biohazard's got to be careful it doesn't penetrate their armor there, as that's big time trouble if it gets through that. Hit after hit coming from Shatter here. A little more than a minute into this fight, Shatter's definitely got the lead on points. As there goes some smoke. Biohazard is now smoking. Shatter clearly doing damage with that hammer, as they've clearly pierced through that armor. As their Shatter self-rights there. Now, and ready to use that hammer some more, trying to do more damage. More and more hits coming from Shatter's hammer. As Shatter gets flipped. Biohazard coming in on the attack. Their lifter is still clearly working right now. And there goes another lift. And there's a flip. Biohazard's here coming in with that lifter. Shatter's got a self-right. Biohazard's going to try to keep him on their head. There goes another flip. Shatter's got a self-right quick. Could they be stuck upside down? Countdown is coming, but then Biohazard helps them out. Shatter is back right side up. Now there goes the lifter. Unfortunately not underneath Shatter. While Shatter just coming in more and more hits from that hammer. Now as Shatter just doing major damage with that hammer. Biohazard trying to use that lifter as much as they can while having problems right now. And down goes the control board, resulting in an instant knockout for Shatter, as Shatter will move on to the next round. Who will they take on? Who will secure the final spot in the second round? Will it be Rotator or Falcon? A double horizontal spinner and a double drum spinner bot about to begin here. Let the bot battle begin. Both bots getting their weapons with the speed. Falcon charging after Rotator here. And Rotator goes flying after a weapon-on-weapon collision. Falcon definitely has the advantage weapon-wise, but Rotator definitely has a size advantage here. If they get to the sides of Falcon, that could be big trouble for them. Rotator spinning around, looking to do some damage with those horizontal spinners as Falcon charges at them with those drum spinners. Falcon goes flying and they are flipped over. It's like they are smoking as well right now. Is Falcon stuck against the arena walls there? Rotator comes in with those horizontal spinners, manages to get some shots in. Falcon, I think they are trying to flip themselves back over right now, but not having a lot of success. The countdown is coming on Falcon as Rotator comes in for a few more hits, but now Falcon's driving again. Minute into this fight right now, it's a Rotator's on the lead right now, but not by much. It's Rotator with those weapons up to speed, coming to charge into Falcon again. Another couple of hits. And Falcon right up against the rails there. They trying to self-right or something? Or are they having mobility issues right now? Countdown is coming on Falcon. Is Rotator just going to hang back now? It's looking like this is going to be a knockout for Rotator, as Rotator will move on to the next round where they will take on Shatter. Should be an interesting one, but coming up next, we'll lead off the second round with Black Dragon and Saw Loser. Two elite bots about to battle. This should be an awesome one. Let the bot battle begin. Saw Loser come in with that spinner. Looks like they're going to try and go head on, try and win the ground game and flip Black Dragon over. As Saw Loser tries to use the lifter, but only springs them up in the air and gives Black Dragon an opportunity to use their spinner. It's going to be a big problem for Saw Loser if they can't get their thing underneath. They try and use a lift, but unsuccessful at it. Saw Loser trying to maneuver around Black Dragon, possibly try and get those exposed sides, try and get the exposed wheel, but ends up going flying instead. Black Dragon doing some big damage to the underside of Saw Loser here. That could be something to watch here in this fight. Saw Loser goes flying again. Looks like a piece of the front of Saw Loser comes off. Looks like possibly the part of the fork. It's going to be a big problem, make it a lot harder for Saw Loser to get underneath Black Dragon here. Black Dragon just winning the ground game right now. More pieces fly off of Saw Loser. So right now, Black Dragon clearly winning the damage game. Saw Loser nearly gets a lift in there. Saw Loser just trying to maneuver around, try and get to the backside. But now Black Dragon flips Saw Loser over and knocks off more pieces. As Saw Loser just struggling to get underneath Black Dragon, struggling to effectively use their spinner. They just lost a wheel. Saw Loser's in this situation in their last fight against Drizzle, but it didn't really matter in that fight. They still managed to come out on top. Could that be a problem in this fight, as they are dealing with another nasty vertical spinner? So there goes Black Dragon again, knocking off two more wheels. Saw Loser down to one wheel. This could be ending real soon here, as we have a little more than a minute left in this fight. Black Dragon now just coming in with that vertical spinner. Saw Loser still trying to use their saw. They have effectively gotten some shots at the top, but now they lose their control board, resulting in a knockout for Black Dragon, and Black Dragon claims the first spot in tonight's heat final. Who will they take on? Will it be Shatter or Rotator? Who will get that last spot in the heat final? Find out now, as let the bot battle begin. Rotator getting their discs up to speed. Shatter lands a shot with that hammer. Rotator is pretty well protected on top, as long as their spinning blades are the ones that takes the impact here. So Rotator gets some shots on the sides of Shatter there, as Shatter trying to land some shots with that hammer, but hasn't been that successful so far. There's a hit by Shatter. Rotator coming in. Looks like pieces have been coming off. Can't tell whose parts those are. As Shatter comes in, lands another couple of shots with that hammer. Another big hit to a couple more big hits to the front of Shatter from those blades on Rotator. Shatter is pretty well armored to take impacts from spinners there. Shatter's been holding up the punishment really well as we cross a minute left into this fight. Shatter pushes Rotator against the rails, but Shatter ends up flipping themselves over in the process. Now they self-right here, but not before taking a few more shots from Rotator's blades. Rotator opens up the pit, takes a few hits from Shatter, and Shatter's flipped over again, and they are smoking on the bottom right now. Rotator coming in off to a pretty good start as we reach approximately the halfway point in this fight. Shatter's got himself right here, or else a countdown will be coming really quickly. Rotator just not backing off, just continuing to come in with those spinners. As there goes a big hit, Rotator in the corner, ramming themselves in the rails, but Shatter's self-right, ready to come back on the attack again. And taking a couple hits as Rotator. Rotator just lost half of one of their spinners. This could be big trouble for Rotator. Could the tables be turning in this fight as we now have a minute left to go in this fight? Rotator starting to lose control right now. With 45 seconds left to go in this fight due to their lack of balance to that lost part of that horizontal spinner. Rotator's still on the attack here right now though, acting like their weapons haven't taken any damage. But Shatter now coming in on the attack, trying to do more damage to that hammer. There's a few hits from the hammer and a big hit as Shatter coming in, trying to score more points. 20 seconds left to go in this fight. A big hit. Shatter is flipped over again. 10 seconds left to go in this fight. I think unless if Rotator or someone destroys the control box, I think this fight is going to be going to the judges. And that'll do it for this fight. This fight goes to the judges, as the judges will be scoring this fight based off a Battlebot 7-point scale, where an opponent can get up to 3 points for damage, 2 points for aggression, and 2 points for control. Now for the decision. We have a split decision. The winner, who will be advancing to the heat final, is Rotator. As, yeah, very close fight in this one. You gotta give Rotator an edge through damage and because of when Shatter was stuck on their head during those fights. So Rotator will advance to the next round and will take on Black Dragon in the heat final. Should be an interesting heat final. So who will win match 1 and get an edge and get one step closer to a spot in the semifinals? Let the bot battle begin. Rotator trying to get to the sides of Black Dragon here, as Black Dragon definitely has the advantage up front. Black Dragon coming in for some big hits, clearly winning these weapon-on-weapon exchanges, winning the ground game easily too. Big pieces of Rotator coming off, parts of those spinners are coming off. Rotator dealing with some big problems early, and off comes a wheel and off comes the other wheel. Rotator has lost both of their wheels. Black Dragon just dominating in the first 30 seconds of this fight. Is Black Dragon going to try and send Rotator out of the arena? No. Rotator's getting pounded in the corner now. Rotator just motionless now due to their loss of wheels right now. More big hits, more pieces of Rotator's blades coming off. Gonna need to come in and get some spares on. Black Dragon just keeping up the aggression, just stacking up the damage on Rotator now. Both bots get flipped over and Rotator's control box goes down, and Black Dragon wins match 1 and will have an edge in this heat final. Let match 2 of the heat final begin. Rotator needs a win in this one in order to force a match 3, but Black Dragon is not going to make that easy. Black Dragon proved in match 1 they have the advantage weapon-wise and in the ground game here, and they used that to their advantage in the last fight, and they are using it to their advantage here again as Rotator just took a big hit and Rotator nearly gets sent out of the arena. Black Dragon coming after Rotator again, trying to stack up the damage once again, like in the last fight, and off comes a wheel. Black Dragon already reduced Rotator down to 1 wheel. Rotator's got to do something quickly, or else Black Dragon will secure their spot in the semifinals. And off comes the other wheel. Rotator in the same exact situation as last time. I think Rotator's now in trouble here, as Black Dragon just all over Rotator again, stacking up the damage once again. And down goes the control box, and Black Dragon wins and will move on to the semifinals. We will see Rotator again in a few episodes as they will fight in our last chance episode, hoping to gain one of 4 wildcard spots back into the tournament. Thank you for watching this episode. Thanks for all your support. Be sure to like, reply, and subscribe here. We'll see you next time. Good night.